Greenie. Rise and shine.
How's it going, pirates? We are back! Can you believe it? But I have some sad news. It's not really sad news, it's just, things happen because it's real life. Abby will not be here today, so unfortunately, we're going to have to shove on without her. But I do have something special for you guys. Let's get that going.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for...
Oh yeah, we got the Wolfman in the house. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could make it, my friend. I'm so glad you were able to fill in for Abby. And so yeah, I hope she's doing well and all that good stuff. So how you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm great. Pirates, how are you doing?
Same stuff, different day, and I'm happy to be here because we got an awesome show for you guys today. We got some awesome renovations taking place in a toy room. We got some awesome Greeblies, and I got some projects that I want to show off. So yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But before we bring out our special guest that y'all came here to see, let's see who's in the chat. First up, we got Mr. Ian Sweeney. Yes, that's right. Mudhorn Station. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, brother. This guy is like the most supportive person that I know. He's always at every show. He's always providing me some inspirational words for my content that I post on IG. So thank you so much. Thank you for staying up late because I know it's really late where you are. So I do appreciate that. Who else do we have? We also have... me. I'm in the chat. Who else do we got here? Oh, welcome. We got Joseph Adams 960 or 9600. Welcome. So glad you can make it. That's a new name, but I'm so appreciative of you being here. We got Nebula's Nexus. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Always a pleasure. Loving your work right now. Actually, everybody that I've seen the content for so far this last few months has been awesome. Actually, you've been posting some stuff too, Wolfman, that I really have been appreciating.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
We got Fat Red Foo in the house. Welcome. He's always posting some really cool stuff too. We got Bjorn in the house. Mjabulak, my friend. Glad you could make it. Who else do we have here? We have... I can't read that because my glasses suck. But we have Matt Watson 344. Oh, this guy makes some really cool custom ships. Like, he kit bashes some really awesome stuff. So definitely go and check him out on IG. And I'm sure there's going to be other people trickling in as we continue on. But without further ado, maybe we should go and go pick up our guests. How about we go and do that?
I'm about it.
Punch it! And in Creators Corner, we have none other than the infamous Dom from Toy Domination. Welcome back to the show, man. So glad you could make it and give us some awesome stuff, man. I can't wait to show off what you've been doing because it's just phenomenal stuff. So thank you and welcome to the show, man.
No, thanks for having me. It's great.
Actually, and you had our co-host last week on your show. So that was really cool. So Abby was on your show last week, and now
we wore her out so much that she couldn't make it tonight.
I know, right? You guys worked her so hard. She said, "Yeah, I can't do it today." But yeah, definitely go and check that video out. It's a whole lot of fun. They were talking about some of Abby's awesome creations, Mesozoic stuff, Cyberzoic stuff, some new toys. Actually, you got me to pre-order that Crab Dude guy from Mythic. Cosmic Legion? No, Mythic Legion.
Yeah, those are Mythic Legions. Yeah, those look.
Yeah, so I had to get that one. I'm like, yep, I need that. So
all that sea monkeys they've been doing lately.
Yeah, those are cool too. But this is like this big claw lobster type dude, and he
But
looks
is he
like he's gonna
part of
be
that
massive.
wave where they got like the goldfish
Yeah.
guys and the koi fish guys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
part of
yeah.
that same wave.
The mer
But
people.
but because he looks like a creature, I figured
Mhm.
that he would fit right in. Because I'm gonna be building eventually, like a type of zoo in my station. So I'm gonna have like Sasquatch from the Marvel Legends in there. He's gonna play like a different type of creature and stuff like that. A
Alpha
Wampa.
Force.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gotta represent Canada with Sasquatch. So
Gotta get that Alpha Force in there.
there you go, man. So yeah, we're gonna just forge on ahead. Let's get our first segment going. So how about we talk Greeblies? And now it's time for Greeblies.
Greeblies. Oh, my precious. Oh, yes, anything can be a Greebly.
Oh yeah, so we got some awesome Greeblies. Some I found, some were donated, but they were all awesome. So we always get started off because David Dunn never disappoints with his amazing creations with Greeblies. So right now he's building a wall for one of his alleyways in his station, and this is just phenomenal. He just grabs a whole bunch of junk, puts it all together. And then once you spray paint stuff and it kind of unifies everything, so it gives it that more finished look. So I can't wait to see what the end result of this is going to be.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
yeah, that's it's going to be pretty cool. So I guess the one on the right is more the finished product. So
Yeah, I think the
mixed
right
those
is the
pictures
finished,
up.
you know?
Yeah, I mixed up the pictures. But either way, you guys get the
Oh,
point.
good.
It looks like it's going to be awesome. Again, he just uses everyday regular stuff, and that's one of the reasons why I love showcasing his stuff. Jerry's another one that
Jerry's
uses a
great
lot
with
of
it, too.
Greeblies. Making Hick 6, he does a lot of awesome stuff
Right.
too. And speaking of which, he decided to
Oh,
show
yeah.
us some awesome projects. So this is his latest project that he's got going on. He's using one of those boats from the World War II. I guess it's like those onshore boats that they use. I think it's a 172 scale that he's using.
Oh
for
yeah,
when
that's very small.
yeah, I can't remember what the name of that boat is, but
If you get
so
in
yeah.
close to see it, I'm having a hard time. Oh, I can't say.
well, you can watch the replay.
I'll have to do that.
But yeah, it's one of those boats where in World War II when they were breaching the shore, they would with the little ramp that comes down and all the troops can rush out
PT
onto the
boat?
beach. Yeah, so it's one of those. So he's using one of those at a 172 scale, but he's also using a Young Jedi's the Young Jedi speeder ship. He took
Yeah.
the wings off of that, which was part of his Fictober of last year, and decided to combine the two. So he's making like a water type speeder. So he has like caps in there to make the thrusters and all that stuff. He built this stand specifically for this. But yeah, it looks really cool.
It does look cool.
Yeah, it looks like a skiff.
Yeah, it's essentially that's what it is, like a water type skiff. And then in the picture on the right, sorry, I know you can't see it, Wolfman, but the picture on the right has one of his other vehicles that he made out of
I can see
a vacuum head.
Mhm.
So that's that
The
yellow
yellow one?
vehicle there. Yeah, the yellow one, he made that out of a vacuum
Yeah, I
head.
love
and
that
it's
one.
crazy. It's one of my favorite ones of his. But yeah, he does some
Vacuum
phenomenal
head is
stuff.
my other vacuum head is my other nickname besides Toy Dump. So just
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy's paint skills are off the chain.
I
by the
know,
way.
right?
His
So not-
his weathering skills are layering and weathering is just once he gets paint,
Yeah.
like aside from this unifying gray on this skiff, that
Yeah.
thing's gonna blow up. Trust me.
Exactly. Both him and David Dunn do phenomenal
Yep,
work with their
yep.
weathering. I like
Yeah.
a lot of the times too when you see the initial pictures of when they're starting to put it together, you're like, what is he gonna make out of this? And then once
Right.
they spray that base
It's all these like
primer.
coffee creamer lids and
Yeah,
straws
exactly,
and junk,
right?
And then all of a sudden it turns into something amazing.
Exactly. So yeah, very very excited to see what this skiff's gonna look like. Awesome job. And then we have here's some other shots of it where he actually attached the wings from that Young Jedi ship to the side of the skiff, and it's coming along. So I can't wait to see the finished product. And then Dom doesn't know he actually submitted stuff
Nice.
for this. So this is some of his older stuff that I grabbed from his page. So Dom, this was a brilliant idea using the
Oh yeah.
the packaging, the paper packaging to make tarps for your vehicle. So you can go and check out the reel on his page, on his IG page. The link is in the description, so you can go check that out if you don't already follow him. And you can see him doing the process, putting it all together, and then these are the results of what he's created there. So yeah, awesome stuff, dude. I really like that idea. And
I got
I
a
always
question
wondered, what could I do
about
with
that.
that stuff? Go ahead.
Oh, about the camouflage paint, man. What are your results on that, Dom? Do you feel that stuff gets kind of flaky and sandy?
No, I think it comes out really smooth, really even. It chips off really easily. So
That's what I'm
on
talking
plastic,
about.
yeah. So on plastics, I do a finish, a matte coat, and then it holds up fine. But
Right.
yeah, it chips real easy.
Nice.
I'm
yeah.
talking more about applying it to wood, I guess, is where I've been struggling with it. Even if I do a matte finish, I've seen it kind of tends to, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it just gets this like coat of almost like a powder coat to it that like when you
Right.
mess with it too hard, it starts to like smudge and do weird shit. So
Oh yeah. So the one thing I've noticed is that if I leave them out in anything other than room temperature, it gets really gummy, the nozzle really fast, and then you'll get that like a little bit of texture, like it hardens a little bit every time you spray. And as soon as I notice that, I just throw out the bottle because the whole thing's gonna be ruined after that. So,
Well, what you could do to avoid that is when you're done spray painting, tip it upside down, spray for like
yeah, it's
half
not
a
it's not a
second.
nozzle clog issue so much.
Oh,
As
okay.
when I'm out there, doing this in a large open space, that
Yeah.
if I'm doing like say a panel that's like 3 feet wide by 2 feet high of
Mhm.
wood, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing, of particle board or any kind of that stuff,
Right.
it tends to really get dusty and messed up.
Oh,
Huh.
that sucks, man.
But that's just been my experience with it. I don't use the camouflage as much anymore. I just try and find a flat if I can.
Which paints are you using? Krylon, or is there a
The
specific
same,
one that's
the
causing?
same as this Rust-Oleum tan and green camo colors.
Right.
They make it for hunter stuff, you know what I mean, to deck out your gear and stuff on your rig, and so it's not so animals aren't seeing anything shiny.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, total digression, but I just was curious about what your
Hey,
results
that's
have been.
part of the show, man. That's the whole
Right.
part of the show, is to ask questions and figure stuff out, right? So that's why we're here. WIP Wednesday, work in progress.
Right.
So here's another one of Dom's awesome creations, is this loot box, just made out of just everyday stuff. And so obviously you can't see it here, but if you go and check out the reel, you can see when he's playing around
It's like
with
the
their
bottom
fun.
of a PC or something.
Yeah, but right behind it, he keeps like goodies and stuff like that, which is part of your game, right? In terms of your creation.
Yeah, it's a wood banister post is what that block is. So it's actually raised and it's sunken behind.
Mhm.
And there were like a buck or something like that. I don't know. I got 4 of them because like, oh, these would be cool to put 4 corners in a tower, which didn't ferment. But then yeah, that metal piece is just a piece of laptop I put on the top of it and then put over it, and it's magnetized to the wall, so I can stuff some.
Okay.
And my kids still haven't found it yet, so they like go to the wall and like, where's the secret? We know there's a secret. I don't know. You gotta find it, man. So like, they have no idea what's back there. So
You're like the world's greatest dad, man.
the only problem is it's vertical and it's so shallow that as soon as you lift it, everything just pours out. But
Right.
then
That's part of the fun.
Yeah, picking it up. It's like a pinata,
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that too. So yeah, so that's awesome. And so here's all of these are going to make more sense once we dive into some of Dom's work. If you guys don't already follow him on Instagram, or if you didn't see last week's show on his end where they're talking about some of the project that he's doing with his basement renovation. But yeah, these are just
I
those
love
little.
using this stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
Yeah.
they have such a nice texture too.
Great roofs, great ceilings, great,
Walls.
just walls, anything. Yeah, you can do anything with these.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff,
I
man.
just got a laptop and I got this piece.
Nice.
with it.
That's a great one.
Oop,
Yeah,
hold on.
Built-in windows for viewing, and that's awesome. Yeah.
Pieces. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be fun right there. So, great.
But yeah, those are really cool because I want to. I was trying to find one like that because I want to make for my hangars each one of those spots where the ships are actually going to land. I kind of want to put like a little control tower inside there, I was looking for stuff like that to make
Man,
like a little room to stick at the back of it.
come down to the States. I got a ton of it in my garage. Either that or go buy a blender or something.
Yeah, exactly. I need some new
Return the
appliances.
blender, but keep the packing material. Okay?
Right, there you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Smart.
Well, I don't need the blender, but hey, the package material would be perfect for what I need.
They
But
won't
yeah,
check. Trust me.
that's like awesome stuff. Like I can't wait to see the results of Dom's project because we're gonna dive into some of that stuff in a little bit. And so I guess I'm for the what you're working on part. It's just me this week because Abby's not here, and Dom, we're gonna dive into your stuff in a lot of details. So
Okay.
should I do the whole intro? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it anyways. I love the segment.
No, bigger. Smaller. No, it's the one with a hole on the end that curves this way. I think I saw it once before over there in that pile near the circulators. There you go. I always knew you were the smart one.
So this is the part of the show where I talk about little projects that I've started. Actually, before we get into that, Triple D Outpost is here. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for showing up, brother.
All
But
I
yeah,
can
so
think of is that woman had relations with Jawa.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's that still kind of grosses me out because supposedly they're like rat-like underneath that that outfit. So
I mean, love is love, but
yeah, I have to draw the line somewhere. And the rats, nah, not my thing. Well, yeah, so I started a few projects. You can go check out the video that I have in terms of this update. As you guys know, I'm putting together a next Conquest X30 with this Iron Man jet. I had to cut off the thrusters, is what the picture's showing you there, the back end thrusters, so that it could slide into the body of the Conquest X30. Go and check out the video. I go into more detail about what my plans are for that. But so far, it's been a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite things is doing vehicle kit bashes. So yeah, this should be a good one.
oh, that's cool.
And then I also have this little vehicle that I made. It's almost like my little my station's little worker bee. So
Love
this
it.
actually goes out there and grabs like any spare parts, salvage parts, and stuff like that. So the two arms are from a Jotoy mech that has like a drill arm, has a claw arm, but then it has these two little arms that sit on the back of the mech. And I'm like, those tiny arms are useless up there. So I figured, hey, I could put them to
Right.
good use.
Is
And
the
the
canopy
yellow,
open?
yeah. So the canopy does open, so you can put a figure in there. So I have to clean it up because the glass, there was some spill, some overflow when I was spray painting it yellow, and it was one of those windy days too. So that's why it has that weird texture. So I kind of used that to my advantage to make it all rusty and beat
That's
up.
great. Work
And,
with what you got.
You know, so I'm learning how to weather. I'm still learning how to do that stuff, but it's coming along slowly. Having fun with it.
That's from the fake Jimmy Neutron. I don't know. They made a bunch of cool spaceships. One big one that has like a capsule that disconnects too, right?
Yeah, I don't know if this is part of that, but that line. But yeah, Jimmy Neutron. Actually, a lot of those kid shows have some pretty awesome vehicles.
Yeah.
There's one that I use for my Marshall Quellish that I made into. It turns into like a horse, but then it also transforms into like a little speeder. And I can't remember. I think it's from what's that? Some Ben 10. I think it's from that Ben 10 series, and it was one of those transformable horses or mechs, and it was really cool.
Nice.
And here's another shot of it from the front. And then recently, I think it was yesterday, I posted this. I started working on my shop. So this is the Like a Bantha Burgers. So Boba Fett opened up a burger shack in Tatooine first, but then now Edgepoint Station is opening one up. So it's under construction. Still putting it together. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to take some newer pictures. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick video later on and show up the progress as to what I've done beyond this, because I've added some lighting to it. It looks really cool now, so I'll show that off in a video.
Is that a belt
yeah.
buckle? What's the actual sign?
Like a name badge or whatever.
Yeah, so that it's one of those little name badge things. Actually, Starboy was telling me that you can put Orabesh on that. So I got to figure out how to do that because I tried doing it and it just kept messing up. So if you guys know the trick, reach out to me and let me know.
That's Joel. That guy's I can't figure that kind. That's way above my pay grade.
So I'll reach out to him and see what suggestions he has in regards to that. So because I want that to be in Orabesh, but then I also, because my station's going to have different species language, different cultures languages. Like I want some signs that are in Klingon. I want some signs like I kind of want to tie in all the different IPs that I like, but have some of those unique languages and alphabets on the station. So English and Orabesh are going to be like the basic language. So that's why in Star Wars it's called basic, right? So so all that is going to be on the station. Can't wait to show off more of the progress because I actually am using. See where the Dex is standing at the back. He has that little that 3D part. I'm actually not. That's just sitting there for now because I'm actually I built something where I'm using one of those. It's like a smoke machine, but it's actually more like a steam machine. So you just put some water and then it puffs out like some steam.
Vaporizer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the word I couldn't think of. So I have a small vaporizer that I'm actually building into his grill, and then I've actually got some lighting that does like flame type lighting. So it should look like it's actually cooking the burgers. So that should be pretty cool. Hopefully you guys will like that once I put.
Do you think anybody uses that Dex guy for anything other than cooking the world? Do you think he just wear that afterwards forever?
Never seen him piloting anything. I've never seen him with a sword in his hand or a gun. Always a cook.
His articulation is limited though, right? So you can't really put him in crazy hold a rifle
anyway.
And all his hands are like close to his body. So.
Pilot's a great thing. Maybe there's a mech suit you could pop him in. He could just have 4 arms up right inside.
In my station, he's in the galley in Jabba's palace, like working with Danny Trejo and making food. Like so.
Yeah.
He doesn't even fill other NPC roles. It's always just the cook. He's not a banker. He's not like anything. A bum. He's always a cook. Like forever typecast. So
it's like he's like Otis the town drunk, basically.
Exactly. It is what it is, man. But so that's coming along nicely. Here's a wider shot of that. So there's going to be stools in the front. The front there, I've actually made it out of caps. So that should look really cool.
I love it.
And the lighting's really intense because I got it from AliExpress. I bought a whole bunch of lights that just work off a USB because I'm trying to avoid sticking with batteries.
Oh, the batteries are the worst. I had to change.
I know.
All the time. They're horrible.
Like anytime it runs out, you have to like go around trying to change it out. Especially if depending on where you have the battery pack, it could be such a pain in the ass to try to get to them to switch out those batteries.
It depends on where you put it, but I've encountered that as well.
So I'm trying to avoid batteries. I'm trying to stick to like just USB. So there's gonna be like power cords, power bars all over the place. So, but it'll defeat having to switch out batteries all the time. And then I've gone back to my Thirsty Thrustas, my magazine, my in-universe magazine. So this one features She-Hulk on the Fantastic Car, because in my world, the Fantastic Car is going to be one of the new speeders that are gaining popularity. So you're going to want to read this issue. So it's issue 9. I'm like really behind with my numbers, but it's issue 9. You guys got to check that out. So that should be posting soon on Instagram.
Nice.
And that's all the stuff that I've been working on. But y'all didn't come here to see me and the stuff that I'm doing. Y'all came to see our special guest. Y'all came to see Dom and his awesome projects. So let's dive into some of your stuff there, Dom. So when I first found your page, your YouTube channel, you were building this thing. This thing is insane. This awesome ship, the Meyer. I love this thing, and I love how you actually set up everything so that it has like different rooms, compartments, and all that kind of stuff. I was so excited to see where the next step was going to be, but then you evolved. Here's some other shots of it, so you guys can go and check it out. He has like an arboretum. He has like a galley, the mech room, the garage, all that awesome stuff. So here's some shots from within the ship. So they gotta do work, right? So some really awesome shots, some really cool photography actually. So
I feel like I haven't seen your. I recognize all that stuff with all the tears. I've definitely seen your work before, Dom. I just this newer stuff maybe not as familiar with.
but yeah, it's
I'm personally insulted.
What's that?
what's that?
I said I'm personally insulted. No, I'm just kidding.
Apologies. No, it's just like I was trying to remember. I'm like, I know your name. I know your stuff. I'm just trying to associate the work with the person, and that now I've done that. So
That's why I thought you guys knew each other for whatever reason. Oh, look, Rad Toys is here.
Hey,
Welcome. Glad you can jump by. You guys can go and check him out and Deadman One on Toy Mercs at 8:30 Eastern on the Toy Mercs YouTube channel. They really mainly deal with 112 stuff, but they go into photography, new toys that are coming out, all kinds of awesome stuff. So you're going to want to go and check them out after this, of course. So here's some other shots from within the mire. And because of the way you did the lighting and everything, your photography came out really nice. So these are just simple shots that you just quickly clicked off, I'm sure, with your cell phone, but they just look intense. And that's one of the things I love about your YouTube stuff and your IG pictures is that you really grab the emotion from the shots. Maybe not so much in these, but as we go through some of your other pictures, you're going to see some awesome stuff. Here's another shot from within the ship. Again, the lighting is just awesome. I love the fact that you did printed out all these little maps and stuff like that. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So that was his old stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the light kit is they're kits that you buy, the LEDs. They come on a positive and negative, and it comes all bundles, different colors, and you can strip them together, but they hook up to a single battery pack. So I had 5 running there, and for about a day, it's doing great. And the next day I go to turn on to do some makeup shots, and they're all fading. So I had to replace the battery after one day. I was like, well, this is horrible. So, but they're convenient because you can move the individual lights wherever you want them to go. So
nice. But really, really cool stuff. So here's some other shots.
That's awesome.
But you decide to now evolve because you decide to start a whole project in your basement. So you're completely renovating your basement and making your toy room even cooler than what you had before. So what's going on here?
So this is one of the first places that's ever built, and it was, how old was 8 years ago, my second child was born, right? So it's huge. That's the Motu Classics Grayskull on top, which is already big. You can see it's maybe not even half the size of the rest of the tower either, right? So it's made from Mythic Legions. And then that bright red on the bottom is a runner that has lava with rocks on it, right? So we got that just to have it as a moat in the front of it, right? So I didn't take any pictures of the back, but there are big rooms in the inside. There's 3 rooms inside. The roof lifts off, so when I need to move, I could break some of it down, but it also gives top access, or if I ever wanted to, I could add more levels to the roof and just lift right off. But the problem with it's really fun, and it's made it through 6 moves, I think. And it's withstood it, but I made it out of 2x4s. Instead of where the corners are, they're 2x4s in L shape. So, and then the ends are 2x4s. So it's really heavy. I think it's 65 pounds or something like that, because I just really wanted to survive any impact, and it did. They dropped it off a truck at one point, but we call it the Gray Tower, and not just because of its shade, but because we've had this game since my kids were young. That it's kind of like a King of the Hill game. It's called Gray because when you're not in it, it's neutral. It's just the Gray Tower. But when you take it, then it takes on the life whoever takes it over, right? So Tristan always animals. So we'd once they took it over, we would change it. We put a bunch of animals and stuff on there too. And you can see the banners. They're actually magnetized on there. So you could take those banners off when the previous guys off. Yeah. So it's really fun. And right now we still are playing with it. Tristan has a Demon Lord. So he's taking it over, and we're changing up the outside of it now to add more Halloween stuff to it. So that's just I wanted to get a shot with all the skeletons and stuff hanging off of it. So
in other words, it's quite playable. So that's
Yeah.
awesome stuff. That's one of the things too I love about your channel is like you are all about playing with your toys. Even you say that at the end of every episode as well. The one thing about your videos that sticks with me all the time are your O'Reilly promos that you throw in there. I end up singing it all the time. I remember I was watching another YouTube video where the girl went to O'Reilly's to fix her car, and I just kept singing the song. It's like, oh, that's where I got it from.
It's definitely trolling people with an earworm. What's funny though is my kids and I just went on a road trip, and Finn like slams his face against the window and goes, "Dad, oh my God, it exists!" And I looked over and there's no O'Reilly's in the parking lot. I was like, "Did you think I made that up?" Like, that's
I just made an entire commercial just for you guys. Well, yeah, I love that part. I love the humor that you throw in a lot of your projects, which is really cool. But yeah, I remember when you were building the Meyer, one of the things you were saying too is like, I'm just going to stick to wood because it's solid. And now look how far you've come. Now you're using foam. Now you're using foam core. Now you're using plastics. You're using everything, but you're making some really awesome stuff like this tower for one. That's really cool. But then you have this. This is where I got the idea for the intro. This is your murder maze. Tell us a little bit about this murder maze.
So the basement's being renovated because we have the kids and I have two sons, for those who know, and we have 4 ongoing types of games we play. So they're like, we want to play in the basement. We have to like negotiate which game we're going to play that night, right? Are we going to play in 4-inch? Are we going to play fantasy? Are we going to play? We have like the sci-fi thing we've got going on with the dungeon wall, or do we want to play murder maze? Which really all it is, it's like Smash TV. Right, so it's just like go in there, survive, kill guys, pick up loot, and then keep escalating the enemy or the opposition until it becomes too much and your character die. Right, so like we kind of it was just like this pickup game where you didn't want to think about it, and we just smash, right, and anybody can jump in there, and it's really fun. But it started evolving to like they were like, well, where am I right now? I was like, well, what do you mean? They're like, well, like this one guy's been fighting the mermaids forever. Like, what's the point? I'm like, oh, well, I guess there should be a tier system. And that one thing alone led to this like, well, there should be multiple teams. They should have rankings, and then they're competing, and then what are they? And it just kept spawning, right? So like, I also have I have a Marvel Legends problem as well as a other action figure problem. So I was like, where am I going to put all these, right? So this has slowly evolved to the display / murder maze area. So like the centerpiece, we haven't gotten to play with it yet, really. We kind of like fooled around with it. Yeah. But you can see there's a bunch of like crap dumped on it, but that's going to be the low G area. So like, so like this area, I put a tapestry in the background, and then we start experimenting with floating foam pieces. So like the one that Iron Man's sitting on has a clear acrylic piece to it, and the one to the top right there, I think it's Black Adam. I actually glued that to the tapestry, and it kind of worked. So the idea is to have an area that the flying guys can go into, but other dudes can float up and grab a shelf and leap around. So just a low G room. So but yeah, Murder Maze, it's really fun. It's mindless. The game we just played yesterday was I have 13 multiple mans because they went on sale for Ross and whatever. I don't need to explain myself. I have 13 multiple mans. So all they did was they just kept spawning their characters, and I just kept having multiple man multiply and pick up random weapons and monkey wrenches and knives or pistols. And they're like, "Oh my god!" It was just like really fun, right? So like, yeah, Murder Maze is awesome. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a really cool concept, and I love the fact that you tie the way that you play too is also like very Dungeons and Dragons type of tabletop type of game where you still apply technical aspects to the playing, but that's what makes it fun too, though, right? Because then you know exactly where your character stands in terms of like the level.
It's a great way to play with multiple children too, because you know how things can get when someone's like, no, my guy,
that's it. Yep.
Like, so that's not fair.
They get a squabble.
Keep it organized. It's really smart of you to do that. That's great. And incorporating your action figure collection as the playing pieces instead of using these 1983 LEDs that are toxic to everything that they touch. So,
exactly. Yeah. But then, also the fact that you created an entire tabletop game so that you can do stuff like that. That's, really cool. Just mind blowing, man. Kudos. Awesome stuff. But let's take it a step further. So not only are you building this, right now you got several projects going on in your basement. So you have this here. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? So you started building a city,
Nice.
which is nuts. This is craziness. So that's one angle. I know right now it's in flux because you guys play with it, so everything's like kind of like all over the place because you guys are just having fun, man. I just want to come over just so I could play, man.
You must have mountains of patience and zero OCD.
So I don't like mess or chaos, right? Like I'm actually fastidious in most of my life, but
Wait, hold on, Dom. You're kind of cutting out every now and again. So I don't know if it's
Yeah, the speakers on my end. The speakers, I've been having a hard time understanding you for most of the show.
Oh no.
yeah.
It's
Kind
kind
of
of it just sounds like a distortion that happens almost like when things get a little too loud or something.
Yeah.
But you're not getting loud. I'm just saying it's that cutting out sound that happens. Hot mic.
How about now? Better?
Oh yes, perfect.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I've never done this on this phone before. So yeah, normally I'm fastidious in most of my life, but when you have two kids and you want them to play with all your stuff, and like it's hard enough to clean up after kids anyways, and you're making projects, and you decide to change up your entire basement, you just have to accept that it's going to look like that for the next few months until I finally go, and this side is done, and then I can go to the other side.
Right.
Very cool, man. But yeah, it's like I love the concept because I just love the fact that your basement has all these little areas, even though they kind of tie in together. They're all their own unique little worlds, which is really cool. So I'm liking what's going on here. Here's another shot, and it's just nuts. I just want to come over and play, man, because it just looks like you guys have so much fun. Down
I haven't shown this one off. This is the first time I've shown this because we've been playing around. So we have a bunch of that's actually Starboy's the casino he traded right there in the bottom right there. It's a really awesome piece. But I haven't anywhere to put the buildings. I made a bunch of wood buildings in the past too, and then I have some foam buildings. I was like, I don't know what to do with these things. I made a ship and not a city or a star or a station like everybody else. So I didn't know what to do. And one time we made a cowboy town and we kind of like laid it out, right? So it was just like a normal Western town, like one road, 2 rows of buildings. It was really fun, but it took up so much space. So finally, like a summer ago, my oldest son T and I were just like, all right, we're just gonna make a freaking city. But we put stuff on the walls, it didn't work out. We tried to build a base for something, it didn't work out. So like finally we just grabbed a Thomas the train table, and that's what everything rested on. And we've slowly started evolving from that. And then we started putting stuff up on the wall, but it is such a raw, like third draft kind of like attempt. So I don't really advertise it much. It just looks like a fucking mess. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I look at that and I'm like, you said on OCD, but I'm literally getting like a panic attack looking at that picture. Like, oh my god! Like so.
Okay, let's get rid of it.
Let's move on then, shall we?
So here's another project you have going on in the basement that you started here. And this one is really cool because I love the lighting. I love the different rooms that you have going on here. So we're gonna go through some of the shots that you've sent me here. And this is really cool because, check that out,
I saw
man.
something in that last picture. I'm like, ooh, jealousies. I have jealousies.
I just wish I could have a whole basement where I could do that project like that.
I've gotten that comment before too, and like this is the second house I'll say because I've been in the military since '99, right? So like I've moved all over the place. I've had stuff in storage for like probably 10 years of my life. I had stuff in like half the garage because the other half was like for the lawnmower and surfboards and crap. And then another time we had it where I just had one room and everything else was like between 2 different houses. So like this is the first place really where I've been able to just have a space.
Your legs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like unfold. And we're never moving again now. Like that's
nice. I feel that, dude. I feel that. No, I was saying more about the Matchbox Glog Officer Tactical Pod that was in the lower right-hand corner. I was like, I need to get me one of those.
Oh, those are so cool.
Did I miss something? Yeah. Where's that?
That blue.
Nope. Go back. You were just there. Kind of in the right-hand middle part of there. That thing that's behind.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Looks like it's behind glass. Anyway, I could be wrong. It's a very small picture, but
I want that now too.
I got
Zentradi Battle Pod, man, but that's the officer class. He's got the arms and the
that's from the Exo Squad
I know.
And they read this right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Nice.
I've
I
had that
took all the old
toy.
Robotech molds and
Yes.
rebooted them. Yes.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I've had that toy for over 30 years because it was actually my younger brother's friend. Was that kid started being like, I don't really like toys anymore. So like, you don't like toys anymore, you say. So he like donated
Been
half his
there, made that
collection to me.
mistake. Yeah. I
Yeah,
made that
yeah,
mistake.
So
with that exact line, like all the Matchbox Robotech stuff, gave it to my best friend's kid brother.
Oh, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
So yeah, so I've had those things for like 30 some odd years. So I love it. It's really fun.
Good for you.
Awesome stuff, man. So yeah, so you have these rooms here. What I guess this is like their chill out R&R room kind of thing.
Yeah, so the whole thing is we call it, I don't remember if we call it the mine or the facility or the refinery. I don't remember. We're still trying to figure out. But the idea was like, first of all, this was a complete wild hair. I had like a milk crate, and then I saw these boxes you see that they're in right now with the like clear frost or the frosted paneling. I was like, oh, those look like sci-fi like container housing, right?
Yeah.
So I bought on a whim without even having built this thing. I was like, I'm gonna get a bunch of those containers and stack them together to make a facility. And like that's what it started at, right? So
nice.
So that Unicorn Slayer, I got it from Legion's Con. It's 3D printed, it's really hollowed. And I love the seller. It's Lone Wolf Labs or Lone Wolf Customs.
Right.
It was all like 10 or 15 bucks. I think I'm pretty sure that's all I bought from Legion's Con this year. But anyways, yeah, this is towards the top, and it's got Meow Skulls there with his big old, pumping iron. And this is really unfinished, but it's the last thing we start adding. So I wanted to get a shot of it.
Well, that's really cool.
Unicorn Slayer is a great name. I agree.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like a rad name. It sounds like a name that Rad would have came up with.
Yeah, exactly.
Unicorn Slayer, yeah. But yeah, awesome stuff. Here's another shot from that room.
There you go.
The other side of it. So this is their workout room as well as the
video matching so many plates, the bar bends. I love it.
I know, right? It's so awesome. Actually, there's something that recently came out with the Joy Toy, the Triceratrons. One of the characters comes with weights, and I believe the bar is similar to that, where it's kind of bent because of all the plates that they have on it. But yeah,
surely to crush the chest cavity of the person trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
But awesome stuff. Is that a custom head that you put on that guy?
No, that's Meow Skulls. That's my favorite Fortnite character. I absolutely love him. I don't know what it is about a swole cat with like dual pistol. Everything about him, like he's so cool. I love the animated look to him. I love that he has pistols. I love he has 2 knives. Like he's fantastic. So, but Nebula Nexus actually made a great point. I had in one of the houses we rented, the only other house I've ever had like a basement for my stuff, and even still, it was like half unfinished. So I'm like breathing in mold while I'm like trying to customize. We had a chicken coop out back. It was this big shed they modified to a chicken coop, and they cleaned it all out. So it was big hollow. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start that stuff up in there. But it was in Kansas, so the summers were horrible, and the winters were. I was like, well, surely in the winter it'll be nice and cool. And I like almost got frostbite out there. It's like this is a terrible idea. So
I had the same kind of notion for a shed in my backyard, and I live in northern Colorado, so I feel
there you go.
I changed that up real quick. Yeah,
and you guys are speaking to a Canadian, so I know all about
that.
Yeah. Right. So. But yeah, this is really coming along nicely. I love the lighting. What do you use for lighting for this? Is it just like those puck lights, or? So
for the rest of the setup, they're linked LED under cabinet lighting, right? So I use them actually on the up here. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, see that white glow back there? That's those are other action figure. That's comics and action figure shelves there. And those lights run all the way linked to. Oh, I got to move around. I just moved the ship to this side of the room, by the way. But in that back corner, right, that's where the facility. So these lights are daisy chained all the way into one. So hopefully it won't be like a Christmas tree where one goes out and they all just shut down. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, that would suck.
Just have the Griswold wall plate with like 35 plugs coming out of it.
Every time he plugs one in, something sparks.
Smell of ozone.
His
So,
neighbor's
but-
lights start to dim.
With this room, because they were a little too high, they're actually under cabinet lights, but they're rechargeable LEDs. So they stick to the top with like a magnet, and then you can you glue the magnet onto the surface, and then you unplug it, and then go and plug it back in and charge it, and connects to the magnet too. So a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I couldn't reach the daisy chain up that high. So
Right. But to answer your question, Nexus,
Yeah,
I don't.
right.
I don't. Well,
Appreciate
I live in a condo, so I actually just go to the basement and in the underground parking, and I can spray paint down there. But when I was living in our house, we had a shed out back, so I would turn the heater on out in the shed, and then I can go and spray paint. Otherwise, than that, I'd have to wait till like warmer weather.
You and I have just had this discussion about spray
Yeah,
painting.
exactly.
I have to shut down between pretty much this next month all the way into spring because I can't. I got nowhere to paint.
Yeah, exactly. So unless you have like an indoor facility where you can paint,
Yeah.
once it gets cold and windy, it's like, yeah, I just have to wait till the spring. So,
no, you just go to your bathroom, turn on the fan, you'll be fine.
yeah, I'll just feel lightheaded.
Close
That's
all the
all.
windows, turn on the heater. You know, yeah.
If I lived on my own, I totally would do that. Just crack a window open and then turn the fan on in the bathroom and just spray paint
Just
right in the
Moody
room.
Blues that thing. Breathe deep.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I feel good.
Yeah, man.
But here's on the outside of that room. So
Oh, yeah,
you just recently got that piece, right? That
The sewer opening's great, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
That was that same creator. He again, like it's very hollow and it's not very durable, but and he has very simple cut paint jobs. I think like the most is like 3 of any one color on a piece, but they're low cost, they're well detailed, and they're really fun. So like it has a broken grate piece that comes on and off too. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I would love to use that for like my TMNT figures that I just got from Joy Toy. That would be perfect for that because it's the right scale too for those guys.
Yeah.
Because they're 1/18 scale.
And this is like the an open area. So that black surface is actually a shelf. The shelf kind of fits in sometimes as a skeleton to rest the other boxes on when they're not sitting on each other too, but it creates these hollow spaces like this. So sometimes like we'll pretend that there's what we were just playing or watching like this Arc Raiders where sometimes there's this anomalous energy or poisonous gas or something. So everyone's got to run inside. So if that little robot dog stuck out there, you're like, I gotta save the robot dog, but there's poison outside. So having open air places becomes like a threat when that happens, and they can only cross to get from one side of the tower to the other through open air. So it becomes another like environmental challenge just within their facility. So
I love that robot dog. I remember seeing that like last year sometime, and I was like, well, I need to get me one of those, and then totally just forgot all about him.
I know.
That thing's adorable.
It's shockingly articulate. It's a little hefty, and my youngest son loves it. And he just kind of
Sorry. I'm all curious. I'm like, I want one now too. They had a red they had a red and white model. I love the racing stripes on it. It looks like a Camaro or something, you know.
So it feels like it's die cast, but
Okay.
I think parts of it are actually metal. But yeah, it's got some good articulation, like the knee bends here. Whoops, here we go. The knee, the ankle joint bends. The head doesn't really move too much.
Dude, the face on it though. I mean,
I know, it looks like a
French
little pug.
There you go. Striking, like you were saying too. And he's got little tail pipes for a tail there. So yeah, he's super fun, man. Yeah. I thought that.
I gotta get that.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. Yeah,
That's
cool. Awesome, man. I like that. Cool stuff. He's got all the cool toys. Where does he get his awesome toys?
Cool
Amazon.
So here's a close up of the sewer opening, which is really cool. So when that part that fits into the center of that, how does it stay in place?
So nothing is no the little metal or the broken grate. No, you stick it up and open.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't sneeze or anything.
Kind of like friction fits into the spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Really cool. And then here's another angle of it. So you're actually using real pipes and stuff to make your whole sewer thing.
So that's the very. So I built this at the base of a landing to the stairs to the basement. So that's landing.
So that's
and then-
hold on, that's this, right?
yeah. So on the far left, it's on the landing, but then the rest of it. The reason why I had to make the shelves is because there's 2 more steps that go down to the right, so it's lifted, and we actually use the stairs as like parts of the elevation. So underneath there, we didn't take any pictures of it, but there's a natural like L, and there's a little space and another L. Right, so then there's this childhood wonder about playing on stairs, and so having the steps in front of it, our brain instantly, my kids are like, "Oh, that's like a mountain in front of us." I'm like, "Yeah, and this is like the rest of the mountain, right?" And like it just instantly, without having to like paint or do anything like that, I don't know, it was really fun. So, so this is the ground level, and then that black pipe, the drainage that's actually going to PVC, goes up and through the whole facility up to the top level, and then I have a T junction in the middle level. So like you can drop a xenomorph at the top and have it slide down. It'll drop pretty hard, but then it'll jump out of that hole there too. So like the idea is again, so I think critters can crawl from the ground, get in, and they can somehow get to the top level in there too. So the whole thing is just a terrible place to live. Like it's just not user friendly at all.
Sounds like it. It sure is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I like your ship. I love that. I love the fact that you have all these different segmented areas, different rooms, and stuff like that, and they all have a purpose, which is really cool. That's just like that pipe, how you just explained. Hey, it goes right up to the top, and now it actually has a function where you can climb up and down through the pipe. So I love that aspect of your builds, and also you're a big fan of collecting just about every scale, every type of toy. So this is Cosmic Legion stuff, right?
Yeah.
These characters here. Oh man, they look so awesome.
A
part of me kind of wants to get back into 112, but I just can't do it.
I grabbed a couple of these guys.
Blew my mind. I love these things.
Yeah, they look amazing, and I love the fact. I think you even used one of those helmets on your barbecue. Like I saw a picture of that. That looked really cool too.
That fellow on the left, his suit's amazing. I admire that guy. I think I got the little blue gal with the Karen hair, and then I got the Fisher Rice thing because I had to get that remake. That was just dope.
I passed on that guy, and I wish I had. And he's so cool.
I just grew up playing with that toy as a kid, and my brother and I. But pre-77 Star Wars, Adventure People was your shit. So
the Alpha Probe shuttle.
Dude, the van. My old man was a newscaster.
Oh my goodness,
had the news van with the anchor lady with the mic and the.
My gosh, I had so much fun with Adventure People, man.
Surprised. They were great.
Yep. So I love this room. Nice. This is something you just recently picked up too, right? Yeah. I believe I saw that on your show where you're saying how those 2 parts come apart. So the bed portion comes apart from that base. So you can use it in different aspects as well. But yeah, this is so cool.
What's up with your med droid, homie? Is that the Happy Birthday Polly dude's head on there, or what's up?
That's Fugitoid from TMNT 2012. So like we're huge fans of that cartoon. I have like all of them. But I have such an affinity to Fugitoid. I don't know if it's just like his football head, his chrome deco. I don't know what it is, but I just love him. So it's like, you're in the face. So
that shiny, large head droid thing harkens back to the whole 50s,
retro,
Robbie the Robot, the B9, that whole situation.
He's a robot. That's all you had to say, man. You had me at robot. That's
robot. I love how they said it back in the day. He's a 20-foot tall robot. Don't anger him.
Like that's how Russians say it, robot. It's a robot. But,
I think we should all say it that way. But that's a better angle on him. Check out that guy. He's great.
Is it like one of those bendy arms? Yeah, it's actually look like bendy arms.
They're pretty limited figures, but they're fun and I don't know. So.
It looks cool.
Bad guy from the Matt Mason toy line too, kind of.
Yeah, it does actually. But yeah, here's another shot of that. That figure alone looks really cool.
Disney, cool. Overwatch, I think.
Yeah,
I like her hair.
Yeah,
very nice. So here's another shot of this is like your weapons room. Kind of thing, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I love how you have all these little details for your location that like functional details, which is cool. So
there's actually a lot going on here. Like it's a milk crate But then I took some garden tiles. You can see like it's peeking on the bottom there with the orange. So garden tile to like kind of break up the constant crystals. We started putting Greeblies in the wall. You can see on the left there's some like packing material sprayed. I'm gonna have some wires that come out of it. And then the standing locker I bought at Doe Fest this last year. Really cool.
Right.
1/12 collector. I've shown that piece that's behind him there. It's actually a gun rack where it has tons of magnets on it, and then on random 1/12 scale weapons, I just started gluing rare metal magnets onto stuff, so like they can wear them on their hips, but also they can go and just holster them onto that back wall piece there too.
That's
so
great.
It's a weird like being like looking around, being like, one of the gun needs a magnet now. So like,
I can tell by your use of that you've done this with like LEDs for D&D and all the little, yeah. I can see where you come from without knowing you well. I can just tell by what you're doing. Like recognizes like. I did a lot of that too.
So here's another part of the basement that you're building out as well. And I love that you're using like the tapestry and the larger pictures in the background to kind of add some depth to the scenery as well.
Multi-tiered flat surfaces that kind of go to the higher to the background and stuff is nice too. It gives a lot of playability.
Exactly. So very inspired by tabletop game Brain, right? You have elevation, but it's flat, so you can keep playing on it, right? So no rounded surfaces. So yeah. This is the latest thing we started doing. So my kids, when they went to Legion's Con, ever since we've gone, they are on the hunt for one thing, and it's plunderlings. They absolutely love those figures.
I was actually about to say because they're like all over the place in these next few shots.
This is Town, and like the last Legion's Con, we just came back from it like 2 weeks ago, I think. Between the two of them, they like I give them a small budget, like here's your convention spending money, but then they brought their money. They left with like 8 or 9 plunderlings this year. Like it was nuts.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, so it's great, right? So we have this ongoing story, right? So
love the oven.
Yeah, I 3D printed that one, and then that one weird square. My oldest son was testing colors to see if how well it would turn out. I was like, it was too pink, man. So we'll go back and redo some reds, but yeah, this is bare bones because one, we were playing with it, and we had a troll come in and just destroy everything. But two, we built it the first time. I hated what I set up. And so then we went this way with like, hey, let's redo it. And behind on the tapestry wall, we're going to start building into the wall there. So,
nice.
I don't know. I love that goblin head and then violin.
That guy's dope, dude. Yeah.
He's got a crazy hat, like a hatchet tucked into it. There's so much character. One of my favorites.
There seems to be a lot going on with him. Yeah, a lot of lore and just one little dude. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, these little guys are they're really cute characters. I can see why they love them. They're really
my man Doubloon Davey loves these things. That's all he posts. It seems like.
Yeah, they look really cool. Here's another shot of them. And the articulation's really good too, which is surprising for this type of character, right? So.
And the kitchen, the area they're using here is pretty easy. Like, this was a long time ago too. Like, this is probably the second or third attempt at building stuff. But they're just wood that I cut into segments and measured off Motu figures, and then started gluing other pieces to them. But when we started mixing and matching it, I was like, oh wait, we can use this like your stove area now. Like that they've taken over from what they originally were. Now I'm going to go back. We started looking for grills to use as netting as like a grill cover, right? Like to put some netting material down. Like, oh, it's a grill. So like now that they have adapted this into their own setting, we're going to modify it to fit what they're doing with it.
Very cool. So here's another shot from one of the other rooms.
Still on
what's this?
On the left, where that gray is, where it's kind of like hanging over. That's it's rubberized shower tiles that allow it to drain, but it's all rubberized and soft. That's overlapping the step that's there, the last step that goes to the basement. So I have to cut that.
Okay.
And again, all this stuff is placed in there. None of it's painted, none of it's fit the size yet because I'm still just putting it in there, right? And as soon as I'm like, that's it, then I'll start cutting and gluing it. But right now I'm leaving it, kind of hanging out. But this is the garage because it's underneath the lowest level of the facility, and it's on the ground floor, aka the basement floor. So when they go out into the waste, they just drive right back, and that's where they go. So this is like the loot they come back with. There's like a refit station there, and you can see kind of how all the spare or Cosmic Legion's helmets, we put them in there because if there's an emergency and they got to pop on an air suit or swap it out, that's where they go. So
very cool. So here's some other angles of that.
Yeah, that's T's character he was just playing with last night.
That's a nice. I like that figure.
Yeah,
see,
it's
this is
so
when I
cool.
see your channel. A lot of the times you always get like some of the coolest toys. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to dive into that rabbit hole again because I still have a bin full of 112 figures, like Marvel Legends and different things, and I'm like, where am I gonna put all this stuff? Especially now that I have even less space than I had before.
Oh yeah,
What am I gonna do with all of that? But yeah, it's incredible to see. So I lived through you and Lockdown Productions. You guys buy like some of the coolest toys and so many of them. So it's like, yeah, okay, I'll live through you guys and then just pick and choose what I wanna to buy.
Have your
and
army
play with.
building fantasies through these two fellas.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just can't live like they do because I just don't have the space or the budget for it. But I just love seeing. But the thing is, what's really cool though is both of these guys buy a lot of stuff, but they're not just sitting on a shelf on display. You actually play with them. You actually, like Lockdown really gets into his productions in terms of videos and pictures.
I gotta
and
jump in and say I peeped some of Dom's page today because I just wanted to see what was up, and I think the favorite video I found on there was him taking Mythic Legions and just putting them face down in the mud and being like, don't worry about losing a toy. Don't worry about losing a weapon. If you see a chip on his shoulder, just know he had a well-lived life. And
exactly.
I
fought hard.
I me some vintage Star Wars this week, and I looked at a couple of them. I'm like, yeah, so this stormtrooper went through the business. He got the treatment. This guy got the treatment. I could tell he lived through a dog attack, some other stuff. Anyway, no, it's all good.
I love that.
Props to that ethic.
But that's how you're supposed to be. That's the whole point of toys, right? They're not supposed to be, let me just put them on a shelf and make them look pretty.
Right.
No, man, you got to play with that shit. Like a lot of the times when I buy my figures, I'm actually picturing how I'm going to customize it. You know what I mean? How I'm going to make it into a unique character as opposed to just buying it and putting it on the shelf,
Right.
But yeah, awesome stuff. So this is cool.
All right, so
what is this thing?
This is supposed to be like a key safe, right? So you can put your under your car or whatever like that too. But I wanted something that the kids couldn't immediately open if they found it. So it's it's larger than the wallet and then it's packed full of loot. So there's these video games that are I can't remember the type of it's like a raid game, right? Where you spawn into a map and you have to get into the thing, you get the loot, you get extraction shooters, right? And I don't play a lot of video games, but I love that idea. So the mining facility is their base, and the whole concept is an extraction shooter. They leave from that, they get told like, hey, there's an artifact ping, or there's a anomaly, or there's a loot, or there's a crate, or a crash ship, and they roll out and they have to beat whoever else is racing to get to it also. And it's a random team each time. Like I'll pull out, like they just fought Marines last night, or there's some things in the waste. But when they find it, this one was locked, and they're like, "What's the combination?" I'm not going to tell you. You've got to find it.
You got to figure it out.
They had to go wander, and search the dead bodies until they found the combo, and then ran back and they opened it up, and there's tons of stuff. And there's like a gem, there's a plasma gun. They were like, "What's this helmet?" I'm like, "You don't know, man. It's just a helmet." So then they had to go back to the facility, and then they're like, "Oh," and there's a random teddy bear, and like the helmet turned out to be like an artifact, and they could sell it for like $20, but the teddy bear was just a teddy bear. And they actually loved that so much that it was just like
you dive deep with this stuff. This is great.
I know, right?
You're getting stuff in the comments here, accolades of coolest dad ever. Your level of interaction with your kids is way above par. Good job, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Awesome stuff. I love this this weapons room. This is really cool. Or is this where they fix weapons?
This is the machine shop. Yeah. So I just started. You can see how things are hanging up in the back. I didn't get a good shot of it, because this was dark before I just installed the lights now. So that's actually pretty good lighting in there now that I'm looking at it. But before it was like pitch black, and the grating allows you to hang things naturally, but it just kind of looks like you're just hanging them on the wall. So I want to add a few more frames or something in there to make it look like, and then use the grading as well. So yeah, this is the machine shop, and T chose. Finn loves Fortnite, so he has this Fortnite character, and then her like other skin, right? So like there's the two sisters that work the machine shop. So.
Right. That's cool, man. I just love how like you were saying, Wolfman, the detail, the level of detail in your plays, your playtime is really awesome, man. I love that stuff. So here's another shot from the outside of one of the rooms.
The only reason I took a picture of this one is, this is like the entry to the command center there, right? But if you look, that's Meowscles in a cloth goods. But if you look behind him, where you can start seeing the packing materials kind of in shadow, there's a Xeno poking out over that.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
You can actually shove that Xeno down deep into the corner there where you can't see it, right? And that black tube leads down below. And to the left of it, that's the T-junction PVC that it connects to, and it comes forward and then up again. So that's just like the middle connection piece to it. And this again is like an open space area. We haven't really figured out what to do with this spot. We're kind of just like, I don't know, it's the entrance of the thing, but we're gonna play with it.
It'll come to you, I'm sure. Here's another one of the rooms. I actually need that guy with the burger dude. I need one of those. I think they have that in 118 school. I need it for my a Bantha burger. I need that guy's like one of my mascots, right?
We have a bunch of the Fortnite orange scale food guys, and they're so ridiculous. They're great.
Dude, I mean, this guy, like, I remember the McPlay place of the 70s where you had this giant Mayor McCheese, or no, like not McCheese. Who was the quarter pound? Who was the cop? The cop.
Oh.
And it was like his giant head was like this tube. It was like a jail cell. You could crawl inside and like be behind bars in his mouth. 70s, 70s McDonald's. Sorry, that's what he reminded me of. The Mayor McCheese head.
Nightmare fuel.
Right, dude. Everything's all brown and orange and yellow in there.
Exactly.
Parents are smoking right next to kids eating. It's horrible.
Exactly. This ashtray's actually on the table.
There's a class, like a full ashtray right next to your McNuggies or whatever.
I remember my birthday, one of my birthdays at McDonald's, all the parents that were in the background smoking. The cloud of smoke in there. It's like,
it didn't even matter if you were in the non-smoking section. You were smoking.
Yeah, you're smoking anyways.
Denny's lit people up, dude. It was gnarly. Sorry, you were talking about your Mayor McCheese guy. You're serving up some vittles,
Yep. I love the pot with all the food in it and stuff like that. That's the thing with the 118 scale. You can't always get stuff at the right scale. With 112, you get a lot more. Right?
Challenging.
So, but yeah, cool stuff.
Kind of. So that one kind of is a hit or miss with that counter. It's actually a really cool piece because there's shelves behind it where the white partition pieces to the front corner there, it goes down for like 4 things to slide things in. But as you can see, it's just below. It's like it's at a ding dong level. You know what I mean? So you could have a sausage on there. It needs to just be a little bit higher. And then I put a 4-inch carriage behind it. And it's a little too tall, so it's like just off between the two scales. But I was like, we're just gonna fudge this and put it in there. So
it works for the 112 scale though. That would that'd be too big for 118.
Yeah.
But then you got this. This is another shot. This is the mine, right? So I believe this is the mine.
Yeah, this is the dungeon or the cliff base, whichever perspective we're playing at, I guess. So sometimes it's a dungeon where it's scaled down, sometimes it's a cliff where you have to go up. So
nice. But yeah, this is such a crazy build though. Like not only is it on the wall, but it goes up to the ceiling and across the ceiling as well. I'm like, wow, this guy's using every inch of his basement for playing, man. Which is awesome. And your boys can't even reach that. You can't even reach that yet. So.
Again, this is so like raw because like those aren't even I didn't even sculpt those pieces that are up there. I'll take a hot wire knife and shape them, and I had to take down. They're in shadow now, but I had the LED strip lights running at that crease, so it actually like did a backlight. But I had to like again a bunch of stuff in here changed around, right? But yeah, the idea is where the predators are standing, the far left there, which are really dark and hard to see. The shelving, the on are shallower and shallower, and then deeper close to the corner. So where you can't see. Oh, am I still on? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just you're just getting that hot mic pop is all.
Oh, weird. All right.
Yeah.
Here's
so
another angle.
yeah, so it keeps wrapping. It gets deeper into the corner there,
Mm-hmm.
and we just start hanging some flying stuff up there.
Right.
Nice. Saw a dragon in there, or
Yeah,
not a dragon. It looks like one of those avatar looking.
Avatar flying
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Really cool. But I love like all the different levels, all the different aspects. I really can't
Nice.
wait to see what some of the finishing touches are going to look like on this build, because it's just like the concept alone is just blowing my mind. And I'm
Yeah,
just
so
loving what you guys are doing there.
We've been playing Breath of the Wild a lot, and I say we, like my sons and I, we literally will pass the controller between the two of us and take
Nice.
turns playing a game, right? So like, there's these random temple pieces or ancient stoneworks or the guardians, and I was like, he hates mixing sci-fi and fantasy. He hates He-Man. He's like, no, fantasy, sci-fi, that's it. You can't have lasers and swords.
Got
I'm like,
it.
okay.
That's funny.
But
That's funny.
But what I tried to explain to him was like, dude, we don't just have mythic legions. We also have the mind now. So like, we need terrain that fits both. So the higher up you go in the dungeon wall, this is my neck level, I think. So the higher up you go, there's random Greeble stuff or like circuitry or a pipe or whatever that just sticks out. You're like, Dad, no, now it looks like sci-fi. I'm like, until I paint it and we cover it with moss. There's another picture actually where there's a Xeno with that one exactly, right? So like that one's painted and there's some moss over it. I was like, look, see, that can either be a sci-fi thing that like was abandoned, or maybe it's an ancient relic and it's it was alien made and it's on there. Like, who knows what that is? But like, once you paint the rocks and stuff around it, it can fit in any setting we're in. He's like, oh, I get it now. He's like, okay. I was like, yeah, man, like you gotta like kind of blend it a little bit here and there. So.
Exactly. I love mixing like fantasy and sci-fi. For me, it's just the way to go, because I like both so much, but I don't want to just have one or the other. So bring them together.
I'll admit, I grew up with Motu. Like, I mean, pre the cartoon, when all we knew about him was from the little tiny comics that came with the guys, And he was just a guy in his fur chonies bidding his buddies adieu and walking out of the world to seek adventure.
Yep.
But when I saw that they had like laser rifles and machinery, I was like, whoa.
This is really cool.
So I might be, Dom, I might be with your kid on this. Like, I think I have a stronger aversion to taking the fantasy sci-fi and melding them. I think I'm with your kid. I think it's got to be one or the other.
No, not me, man. I love mixing it.
That's
like Thundar the Barbarian. Which
you know
is
what,
like,
man? I've been rewatching those. We got much to talk about. It's ridiculous.
There you
I've
go.
been rewatching those. I started season 1, episode 1. We got stuff to talk about, Pirates.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
Nebula had a question that comes to about like my kids being able to race. So most of the things are built, and my youngest is a short king. Like even for his class, he's the shortest guy in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most of the things I do, I was like, Finn, come here. Can you reach this? Can you play on that though? And if you can't, then it's not really to be played at. It's more like, well, they'll stage here or they'll start here.
Right.
This is like for a scene, right? And then the most playable stuff is at his level. But we got him a stool, so now we've like raised the bar by 2 feet. So we're like, oh, here we go. Now you can play on this level with this. We literally
nice. He graduated.
Yeah,
level up, baby.
So.
He leveled up.
I love this shot, man. This is so Pitfall, man, with the giant scorpions like waiting for you to fall through the hole and just get,
Pitfall, or what's that other game? It reminds me of Contra.
Maybe it is
the side scroller.
I'm getting maybe those two confused, but like
up, down, left, right, left, right.
Didn't there scorpions in the hole in Pitfall or?
I remember Pitfall though. Yeah, when he swings across the pit.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This is the finished. It's got you can see where I shaped it with a hot knife.
It's started dry brushing on it.
Yeah, and I put moss in there, and then you can't see in some of the places I actually took dirt and smeared it in the back with glue to add like more texture to it, and on some of the stone surface too. And then there's little rock climbing handholds, so if they can't use a ladder, they can like actual rock climb. Like the little right behind the ladder, there's like a very narrow shelf. So my son,
I see that.
To rock climb in real life. So I was like, oh hey, look, your characters can scale up stuff.
Dude just free soloed up this thing like El Capitan in Yosemite.
Yeah.
The rest of the wall going up will look like this. It'll have rock textures. It'll be shaped. It'll have some moss and stuff like that too. But first,
Right.
I had to make the beast. So
Yeah,
Very
right.
Cool. So here's another shot from another angle.
Nice.
This is where you're kind of mixing the fantasy and sci-fi.
I love that piece. Yeah, man. Where's that from? It's
So,
very
Yeah,
dark
what is that
crystal.
piece?
It's very dark
I don't know.
crystal-y.
it
Yeah,
was
does.
from it looks very Warhammer 40K, the Necrons, the robot
Okay.
skeleton.
That's okay.
I got it from that same seller at Legion's Con. I loved all his stuff.
Great
Yeah, because
sculpt,
you were saying in your video stream last week, it's like I think I just bought all the stuff because you kept circling back to his table to buy more stuff. But you got was awesome though. Like I saw that one torch thing.
Yeah, am I going to spend $50 on a figure, or am I going to spend $50 and get 10 set pieces? So I just bought
exactly.
World building sometimes is the better bet, you know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel I wish I had that no-brainer button here, but yeah, for sure, man. That's I would have probably done the same thing. Just like when we went to Joe Fest, I didn't really buy too many figures. I mainly spent most of my time like in the parts bin and stuff like that. So yeah, I totally get that. So here's another shot of the mine. So yeah, it's really developing, and like I love the fact that you're using like every inch of your basement to really get that play factor in there, which is cool. Oh, you're actually zooming in, taking us on a quick tour.
We're on a tour. There
Live and direct.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so these are the Gears of War. I love these Locust figures. They're just awesome random mutants.
Yeah.
And like down, that's way down.
Holy cow!
Oh, righteous. Okay, cool.
That is amazing, man.
Yeah.
The guy used the whole wall. That is so cool.
I see those comic boxes over there. I see that.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the comic wall here, right?
Okay.
And then it wraps around and it goes up.
Wow.
Yeah, these are my comic books.
Yeah, I can tell you're a collector just by spotting a few errant boxes being used for. Yeah,
this guy's no pushover, man. This guy doesn't play around.
No pushover.
He's all in.
Here's the thing. I had to defend myself for just a second here. So like, there was a comic shop that was going out of business in 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and I was such a good customer of his. He's like, dude, just take it. So I left with 7 long boxes. Yeah. So.
I love that for you. Hell yeah.
So, but I'm also a collector. Like I've had these for decades. Like some of these are my childhood collections, right? So like, it's not like I just went out and spent like 20 grand or whatever. So, but anyway.
Well, no, I get you. And you didn't do it in like 1 year too.
Exactly.
This is a lighter
over time.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, this is like really awesome. Like, and here's another angle of that. So actually, I think it's kind of like what you're looking at it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. So, and like random. So this is where the stairs start.
Oh, okay.
Righteous! I love how that's on the side of the stairs.
Yeah. So it has an angle here. So I was just like, well, let's just play with that. And like, here's a random G.I. Joe thing. We'll stick up here.
Sure, if it fits. Giddy up.
Yeah. And this is more. Cool. This is like a modem we'll use for like out in the waste right here. This is the waste that we have right too.
The waste is cool, man.
Battle map that I made years ago. Yeah,
it's actually really good to see that, because in some of the next shots,
I'm loving all the UV. Yeah, the UV reactive jelly or anemonies for fish tanks. Those things are cool. Get you a black light, man. You'll be stoked.
Psychedelic, man.
Man, I'll tell you, that's how we grew up.
But I love how you like incorporate so many different types of materials in these builds. Like you're using the foam core, you're using the actual wood, and it's just really cool to see dirt on the wall. It's like that's an awesome project you have going. I really can't wait to see more of this as you build it. It's just like how I got into your Meyer ship. Like, that's what drew me to your page is that build, because I was looking for like custom dioramas and I was like, doesn't get any more custom than that. Especially the fact that you showed the video with how you put it together and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And that all that kind of stuff kind of inspires me. And then you said, oh, just go and do some videos. So you're like the reason why I do this now, because
No, thank you.
watching the stuff that you do, and you inspire a lot of people. You inspire the community with a lot of the stuff that you do, because you actually help promote independent toy makers, smaller channels. You promote them as well. So like, I love the fact that you give back to the community and in such a fun way too. So yeah, like, you're doing awesome stuff, man. Toy domination for real. And so here's another shot of that. So this is without the tree. So that's with it. And then here it is without. So you have stuff underneath, right?
Hidden treasure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Dude,
Freaking
so
awesome
cool.
stuff.
Yeah, the levels.
Yeah,
nice.
exactly.
Good job.
So it's coming along so nicely. I can't wait to see more of it. But then now let me take you to some of the other stuff that you do. This is one of the things that you're doing right now on your YouTube channel that's so much fun. Because you have that game called Actionverse, where it's a tabletop game where you can actually use your figures. We dive into more of that in the last time you were here, so you guys can go and check that video out. I just really want to go into the fact that you don't only build indoors, but you do a lot of stuff outside as well, and you play out there. So your neighbors must love you with all the stuff. Because this is amazing. The city that you've built outdoors, Cyberdyne building there. I love that. But yeah, go and check out his videos, because the campaign that you have going on right now is a whole lot of fun. I'm not saying that because I'm biased and I may have done a voice in it, but yeah, this is really, really cool stuff. And I want to get to like some of the pictures of that's in regards to the campaign, like the different factions and stuff like that. So here's one of the factions there. So I am Xe. Really cool. And then you have this faction as well. And again, guys, go and check out the videos, because you're not going to be disappointed with the storyline, because it's very in depth, but it's actually based on a game, which is really, really fun.
So I really liked this video, but it didn't do great, right? So like that picture right there, I had in my head for the longest time, and then like one thought led to another, and then I was like, oh, what if I had I am as like the opening, closing to introducing every faction, and this,
Right.
like, and then like, you know, you just get really inspired, and it took a long time to do the video, over months, because I had to go dig that trench they're in. I had to go take those photos. Then I had to like figure out the next script. So that video actually took a long time to make, and pause it between weather and all this other crap too. But I actually really enjoy doing it. And I was the only one who voiced it. Usually I try to share it, because there's only so much range you can do with voice acting before you're just making silly characters, right? Instead of characters.
Exactly.
So you pull in other people, and it's fun to have other people join us too. But this one, because it was taking so long, and I had to like, I was like, I don't like that shot. I go out and redo something. It was like very just, I needed to control all of it, right? Not because I didn't think anyone could do a good job, but because I was afraid of someone being like, holy crap, Dom, how many times are you gonna have me do these one lines, right? So like, it was just, I didn't want to burn anybody else. Also, exactly had I had the thought exactly what I want, right?
Job. They took the job. They did the lines. So we say we're done.
Yeah. So I really,
when you're trying to go after a certain specific tone, you kind of need to do that, right? You kind of need to have a little bit of that control, because otherwise you're not going to get the product that you're trying to create, right? So,
well, I mean, like Adam from the Lead Walker,
he's phenomenal.
So he's so great, dude. Like, he and I share so many different things, right? Between like not only toys, but like also he's a big board game guy. We're also both in the same fitness type stuff. Like, actually, we went on a YouTube rabbit hole with like fitness channels. Like, oh, I follow that guy too. Oh, I've started doing this. Like, it was really fun. So, anyways, he does great voice acting as well, which is another thing. You know, so and he does like D&D. So having him as a friend is like a blessing. And then being able to recruit guys like you or Rad or Fat Red Foo, Famine, like, hey, come do some lines. Like, it's great because you guys will do your own thing with it. I'm like, oh man, or I think I fed Brian Outer Multiverse. He was like, oh, I didn't like that line. Like, yeah, because it sucks. Like, your delivery is great. My lines suck. Let me rewrite that for you. Like, send it to them. So So no, it's not always, I don't think I have the best solution. A lot of times you guys will come back with something. I was like, oh, that's a better delivery than what I thought. Right.
Right.
But in this video though, I was just really inspired by it, and it didn't do great. And I like rewatched it a couple times. Like, no, I'm happy with how this turned out. So it wasn't like a thing where I doubted the quality. I was like, no, I'm happy with the ability right now for my ability to do photography, editing, all that. I'm like, that's about maximum my ability. I could not have refined that any better. Yeah,
I like this faction the best. This is my faction right here.
The bastard.
So I'm going to start introducing the little bastards more because I wrote a draft book with them, and it made it to like 17 chapters, and I stopped because whatever reasons so I wanted to bring that back, and I was like, man, I love this idea of overly gratuitous macho dudes, like completely into their own swag. They think they're just the hottest shit ever, but they've never gone to combat. But they've never seen a fight. But they're so overhyped that everyone just treats them like they're like
they've never seen a battle.
They've never seen combat. So like, and they're like they're all young, they're all on steroids, they're all like tatted up, and they get all sorts of swag from different sponsors. Like, oh yeah, like here, will you do an ad for our special bullets, right? And they're like, yeah, I guess so, bro. But they've never done combat.
They ain't my crew anymore.
Yeah. So no. But that's the thing. The evolution, like characters are evolutions, but units and organizations also have evolution in their culture as well. The idea is they go in raw and fool themselves, and they make contact, but in the back end, they're a little more humble, but then they earn the shit talk as well, right? So like they get humbled, but they also have some of that swag in their step too. And they're bolstered because they're not owned by the army and they're not owned by fleets. They're kind of like these bastards of like, well, what are we today? Do you want us to be on the ships or do you want us to be on the ground, right? So who owns us? So they're bastards. They're orphans. So they're outcast units. So
actually, I had mentioned this when we were talking earlier, but Nexus actually owns the Thundar Blu-ray. So I had to mention that because that's pretty awesome, man. I love that.
I can't remember where I'm watching it on one of the streaming services. Right next to Rambo, of course.
Rambo's good too.
We could talk days about John J. Rambo, but we won't.
So this is where I was going to get into like your photography, because some of these shots, this is what I was talking about earlier in regard to like you really capture the emotion. And again, these action figures don't have any expressions or anything like that, but you really capture the emotion and the feeling in a lot of these shots. That, like, for example, stuff like this, it's like, oh, I could see that in a movie. You know what I mean? Like just the way that you capture the image in that moment, it just looks phenomenal. It's just a simple pose. Like this one's still one of my that's like one of my favorite shot. I love this one so much because it's down and dirty in the muck.
The posing of the figure tells the story.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like he's tired, he's exhausted, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it just looks awesome.
Same color as the mud he's sitting in.
Yep, yeah. This is what he was like before the shit got really bad, and then this is the end result. But really cool stuff. And then the blood.
Whoa.
It's like, oh
Some
man,
casualties.
it's like intense. You know what I mean? It's like you look at it, it's just an action figure, but it's just so intense.
I love the guy on the left. You can just tell how that went down. You can do the Dexter level forensics, and the smear down the wall. You can
exactly right. He just didn't make it.
Good stuff.
But and then right now too, the other thing too that you were doing with a lot of your shots was the special effects. Now, it evolved since these shots, so this is how
practical effects are awesome.
Exactly. This is how he started, right? Like he started with the effects doing this, and that in itself looked amazing, right? Because especially when you're seeing it like shot for shot, scene for scene as it's going on, it's like, oh yeah, that's intense, right? Especially with the sound effects and everything. But then like you took it a step further. Hold on, let me pull that up. I just spliced these together. 1 sec.
I love the cotton smoke and fire effects. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. But this is where you're at now. So it takes your videos a little bit longer to come out, but it's worth it when you... Like just the
yeah.
carnage, man. Like just the carnage and the destruction. I just
Don't-
love that
don't
you're
battle
using,
scenes there.
real fire now.
Yeah, real
It's like-
fire.
You know how many times
Great.
I get people telling me to stop burning my toys? I'm like, guys, they're not. It's
No.
it's for perspective. They're not on fire.
I know it's like it's how they used to do special effects
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day. A lot of the time
Yeah.
you thought it was like,
100%.
oh, it's on fire, but no, it's just the fire in front of the camera, and
No.
you're seeing the
very
things in the
creative
background.
people.
Right?
Is all. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I love what you've done, and then too, not only do you do the practical effects, but you've also, especially now that you've got a 3D printer, you started making vehicles out of all this stuff that you buy at different cons and stuff. So you look
Nice.
at this pile of junk, but then you turn it into like really awesome customs, like this. This is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the chassis always survive, but the accessories don't. So you can just
Exactly.
grab lots of
Yeah.
stuff like you just did and do this.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
And you just and I love the fact that you don't necessarily need to go in there and weather paint stuff. You just make them weathered by actually putting them outside and facing
Nice.
the actual elements, and they actually
Nice.
get weathered
Yeah,
naturally,
yeah.
right?
True that.
So really cool. Here's some other really cool concepts. So yeah, these ones you painted, but I just love
like
the
those,
fact that
yeah.
you find like the vehicles that you create, even though again they're totally not real, but they're kind of plausible with some of the designs that you've come up with. I guess because it relates to like what you've done in real life, right?
I was looking
So-
at those treads where I was like, that actually kind of makes more sense because then you get more of that rock crawler kind of
Yeah, exactly.
ability with the way they're set up there.
And these
But
are just
yeah.
supposed to be light platforms. These are anti-aircraft guns, right? So just like probably 35 millimeters, and then that centerpiece there is actually a radar. Like I took a very small STL file made for like Mech Warrior or something. And I scaled up to Joe size. So yeah, those
Right.
that's on a Paramilitary body and a Wolverine body, and I was like, yep, it's interchangeable. Which is what the modern militaries are doing now. They're making things very modular. You have a platform.
Yeah.
Right.
Europe is doing a lot where you can sell the top piece between the country's different bottom platforms. So I was like, oh, same
Nice.
thing here. Right? So,
Very cool. And then the snowcat reuse is really cool.
That is cool.
with those miniguns attached to there. And I love what you've done with the old school cannon on the vehicle on the right.
Right.
Very, very cool. Although that guy is not going to ever hear anything again.
No, I know. Yeah, it's so funny, man. So I need to paint that one together, but I put that on there. I was like, oh, this is really fun. Like this just looks like a fun design. And like it's again, low-bodied anti-tank, or self-propelled. So I'm like, oh, this makes tactical sense. So I just had to paint.
That dude's got some good earmuffs. He's right
Except
next
for-
to that thing.
Except for when he has to turn that turret, he's got to duck down. or
Get
else
low.
he's losing his head.
Yeah, duck and cover. Yeah.
But I love these. So these are the 3D printed
Those are cool, like
turrets.
plasma cannon type.
Yeah.
So it still looks
love it.
deadly, but very
Yeah.
modern.
Yeah.
So yeah, how
Right,
you
like
enjoying?
rail guns or something.
How you enjoying the whole 3D printing thing? 'Cause it looks like you're making a lot of stuff.
I was. So I have a bamboo one. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Last Christmas? Yeah, last year, right? And I didn't get to set up till this summer. But it's really easy. It's contained. The software's very intuitive. After a while, you play with it. You can slice stuff. I like to slice this model once, and then scaling up, scaling down. That's the only problem is that you can use ChatGPT to try to help you with the math to scale things up. So I had to take the measurements for the Marauder, which it's sitting on, tell ChatGPT it's at this scale, these are the measurements for the tank, and then here's the STL file I have with its measurements. And then it's like, well, then you think you want to magnify it by this, and then you print it out and it's just off, or like the turret ring doesn't nest, so you have to go in and slice it. So it's other than that, like once you get one down, then I mass produce them. And I made I think that print took probably 8 hours, right? So I printed, hit start, come back from work, and unless anything went wrong, I've got a full turret there. I print again, and then at the end of the night, I've got a second one. So for a while, I was popping 2 things out a day.
Yeah, because I noticed you're building a lot of stuff before.
Yeah, but then I had to slow down because you print a bunch of stuff. Well, now you've got to paint it and assemble it. I'm like, all right, well, now I'm in that phase, I'm in that phase now. Like, I have enough things now. Now I have to get to the painting and building phase. So.
I hate painting. That's the one thing I hate more than anything when it comes to customizing is painting. One, because I'm not the best at it.
Love painting.
But two, I just hate it. Although now that I've got those acrylic markers, I love
Oh, yeah,
making
yeah.
customs now because for me it's so easy using the acrylic markers because I
Sure.
can do the little details. Because with my eyesight, I had a hard time like painting detail and stuff like that with the and my grip not being the best on
Hey.
paintbrushes. But the markers, whoo,
We were
perfect. I love
talking
it.
those Dungeons and Dragons LEDs. I mean, I painted about 1 million of those in my day, and I like a couple years ago realized I had to hang it up. I'm like, my eyes can't deal with that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just too
Yeah.
much.
I end up holding them like an inch from my damn face.
I
Even though
had
I'm
well,
wearing cheaters, I'm just like
I'd
just
end up
maxing it
holding it.
out every time.
I'd end up holding it that close, but wearing those jewel
Sure.
goggles, and it still wasn't enough. Man, I still couldn't do anything with it.
Well, and then the extra strain that's putting on your eyes is heavy anyway. So I
So
guess that's
now
all I'm
comes my
saying.
favorite part. We're gonna be talking about playing cards. No, I lied. No. So what's next for you, Dom? What do you got? What do you got coming up?
So I recently finally got a new laptop because behind my last one I couldn't edit and I lost the next video while I was editing it, and that made me pretty pissed
Right.
off. So I was, rage quit, got a new one. But the next video is coming out. I don't know because I'm going to get some voice
It
actors.
comes
for
out when
too.
it comes out, man.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I always feel like this. I always feel like this urgency to like get things out. But
Yeah.
this one, there's a ton of practical effects in it, which honestly was fun trying to figure out how to use air compressors and flash paper and all this other stuff.
Right.
But there was such a huge learning curve that delayed the video too, right? So there's a lot of that in there. But at the end of the day, I was like, man, sometimes just a PNG file of like an explosion looks the same as all the effort I took into lining up a shot to actually set a flash off,
Sometimes,
right? So like,
sometimes. But
yeah, I think I'll be.
I was gonna say, like me
Okay.
personally, I love that you're doing the practical thing, so I don't mind waiting a little bit longer because of the fact that to me it's worth it. Once it comes out, because the story itself is just enthralling enough for me to like I can wait. But then when you add the practical effects and stuff, I do like what you were doing before. And don't get me wrong, you could always just use like quick graphics and stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna
but I
mix.
just-
I'm gonna mix. and
yeah,
match.
mix is probably the best way of going,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
Because now you know what's involved in terms of doing the practical effects. So,
So
now at
you
least
like
you know how to
action
mix.
sci-fi movies in the '90s, like a little
Yeah,
bit of the old
exactly.
school and a little bit of the new school.
Exactly.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's good. That's a good comparison. Yeah.
I'm just being a
but
smart ass, dude.
No, that's a good comparison. Actually. So,
Nice.
the next video is so we did like we've got some players for this game, and then T and I go out in the yard and actually execute the orders, right? So the next one is a recap of like, hey, it's about war, but some cinematic and narrative to it also, right? Because really, honestly, I would rather just do cinema the whole time. But
Ooh, you're cutting out a lot there. I didn't hear
man, what is
any of
going
that.
oh, man,
I said, so I didn't hear a lot of what you were saying there.
I'm gonna. No?
That's good.
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
now I can hear you. But every now and again, you get like a pop right when you say a word. I'm like, oh, what word did he just say?
So I still got a weather hit on phone. It's stormy out here, so I think my signal keeps dropping off and on here.
Probably.
So, yeah, my bad.
But that's all good. Like, it's a lot of fun.
And also sometimes if it's in a certain type of protective case, that can inhibit the way the mic
the
is
signal
getting
come in. Yeah.
hit, or just the way the mic is hearing.
Oh, that's
the way
true,
the voice
yeah.
is getting- I don't know. I've had that before.
But anyways, the next video is coming out. It has lots of cinematics in it. It's a battle cap. It's part of the game, and it's the second part to the campaign, which is what I'm really just want to focus on the next couple months is just actually make a campaign and then bookend it.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm loving where all this is going. If you do need any more voice work, I got some new mics that I could try out, and because I know last time I had some issues with my mic, but I think when I was recording it too, the weather wasn't the greatest, so I might have been having the same issue you're having now because some of it like there was like a hissing sound or something like that. So, but yeah, if ever you need any voice actors, I'm ready. I'm ready to do more.
Great. I'll play in.
But yeah, so thank you so much for taking time out and talking to us about your amazing project. I love to see what you got coming. I love the videos that you're doing on YouTube, so keep those up, man. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, you inspired me to get started, but you also inspired me with the content that you put out there. And it's just like I can't wait for another action verse game. So let me know when that's happening next. I'm totally down to play because I had so much fun doing that when we did the live,
that's a good idea.
the
Yeah,
live
yeah.
games. So that's a lot of fun as well. So yeah, keep playing, keep having fun. Guys, go and check out his YouTube channel. Go and check out his IG. He's doing some real phenomenal stuff. And yeah, so you might even get ideas on some new toys to buy because he buys them all. So and he does some great reviews too. There's so much fun, a lot of humor in them. So yeah, great stuff, man. But like I said, we'll be back next week with another video. And yeah, check out my video that I'll be posting soon, hopefully in the next couple of days, in regards to the burger stand that I'm working on, the like a Bantha burgers. Some really cool stuff that's coming out there. So Wolfman, do you have anything coming up?
I'm just kind of working on a lot of walls for people right now, you know, kind of prepping up. Let's see, I think I had some stuff sitting around somewhere.
Actually, while you're doing that, speaking of which, he's working on walls for. We're going to be doing the giveaways. As you guys know, every 10 episodes, I do a giveaway. So come next summer, that's going to be part of the giveaway. So it's no longer just going to be some random action figure. It's going to be really cool, unique walls designed by none other than Wolfman. So here's an idea of some of the walls. So that's a double-sided one now, because that's the new thing you're doing now, is making them double-sided.
Only took me 100 years to figure that genius move out. I'm like, maybe people would be getting a little more use out of these things if you've made... Yeah, anyway, all right. So you get that. What are you doing? Yeah, are you digging out the one I made for you that was only one-sided? So, show the vintage model first.
So this is essentially what it'd be looking like. So obviously yours wouldn't be unique. The one that the winner wouldn't get a unique one like this, because this is customized just for me.
Somewhat unique.
Yeah, this one is it'll be unique, but wouldn't be personalized is probably the best way of putting it. So yeah, this thing is amazing. Like I love your graffiti work, like just phenomenal work, man.
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys could have an opportunity at winning one of those. So that's gonna be part of the the next summer giveaways whenever we're doing the 10 episodes. So let's look at this one that you got. Hold on, let me just center you in the screen.
At this point, is going to be kind of at the top.
Oh wow!
The top level of it's kind of like it's a kind of a like the Ennis Square building from Blade Runner. You know what I mean? With all those like eccentric little square jobbers. This is going to be like right here is where I'm going to have the spinner that Rad Toys Galaxy printed up for me. Printed up one of the OG spinners. I've yet to paint it. I still got some flash work I got to do and get some of the pieces off of it. But I got some those lenses from Joel from Starboard Station. So I'll be putting some windows in there.
Nice.
Put a door over this way. Probably like not exactly this door, but
cool.
And then weather it, graffiti it, light it from behind, and have the and it's gonna have the joy from Blade Runner 2049 kind of, and then it's the other one's going to be what is it? The smoking geisha from Blade Runner, the first one. So
guys, go and check out Border Station X. You have some phenomenal pictures in there. I love, especially your alley shots. Those are really cool. Then right now you've been doing a lot of outdoor shots, which have come out really cool as well. So I love to see that. A lot
of 112 lately. Not as much of my world building stuff. Just playing more with
it's all good, man.
Stuff outside. Yeah.
It's toys. You're taking pictures of toys, so it makes me happy. So I love to see that.
If you want a preview of the piece that's showing up at your place, look at my last picture. There's some of your walls are in there.
No, I will not look. No, I did see it, but I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was my wall. So that's even cooler.
Yeah. There it is.
Hopefully, I should go check the mail. It may have arrived. Who knows?
Might be there.
But anyways, Pirates, thank you so much for sticking through to the end. For those that are watching the replay, thank you for joining the replay squad. Comment, like, subscribe if you're new. It definitely helps me out with the algorithm or some sort of thing. But either way, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, Pirates.